Hey, it's Tim Kaufman here. It's day 2 of my vlog. So far, so good. I'm on a 2-day streak, which is awesome. 202 days left before I toe the line of Ironman Lake Placid. If you're just popping in and you didn't watch the first episode, understand a little disclaimer here. This is a very unconventional training program that I'm on. I have kind of some extenuating circumstances and I'm dealing with a bunch of injuries. So I do not suggest anyone follow my training plan or for now, my nutrition plan as well. I'm just kind of healing up from an elbow surgery, so I'm super limited. And right now, I can't get in the pool, and running is a little bit. And actually, I got on my bicycle today, and I realized I thought I could just sit on my tri-bike and pedal, but it's not as easy as I thought it would be. That said, I'll just tell you what I did today. I had planned on, I'm doing a 30-day juice fast. So I planned on getting up this morning and actually having juice. Yesterday, I just did water to kind of kick it off. And I ended up going most of the day. I just didn't feel like juice. I was doing fine with the water, but I did do 2 workouts. And after the workout, I felt a little foggy, I guess, maybe a little dizzy. So I decided to go ahead and start drinking juice. And I had a lovely carrot apple ginger, which has always been one of my favorites. And you can see how lovely it is there. And I had 2 workouts today. So the first one we'll talk about is kind of a weird one. You probably wouldn't see it on many Ironman training plans, but along with my juice fast, I committed to doing 30 days on my treadmill for 30 minutes at a 5% incline. Now, at first, this sounds like a little weird way to start training for Ironman, but this is what I know. I've been at this game long enough that I know 2 things. One, that nice slow hike. I'm trying to do about a 15-minute pace while I'm watching my heart rate. My heart rate is the important thing in this exercise. It's kind of hard to walk up a 15 or a 5% incline, but it helps my ankles. It gets them stretched out for me because I have a fused ankle. So it kind of helps that. But the other thing it does is it engages this zone 2 of cardio. So you're not going really fast. Your heart's not pounding out of your chest. And actually, I had to slow down today. I don't know if it's because this cold flu thing I have going on, or it's just because I was on a water fast. I had to slow down pretty substantially today to like 3.2 miles an hour. And that's because my heart rate got up over 150, which I like to run my heart rate around 140. I feel like I could do that all day. So the idea of this repetitive thing, 30 minutes a day, is just to try to regain some of my cardio, get my heart rate used to being slightly elevated. And what's really going to help you on any endurance sport is this zone 2 training. This is where your body sips fat for fuel. So not only is it good for endurance training, but if you're trying to lose fat, it's a great way to burn some fat. You don't have to go all out. You don't have to be, hyperventilating and throwing up. It's just a nice, steady pace with an elevated, you're working because your heart rate's elevated. But so I did that right away this morning. Now, typically, most people that train for triathlon do with this thing called a brick. And I'm sure as these posts go on, I'll get more involved with those. But basically, you get on your bike and then you hop off your bike and you go to the treadmill or out for a run. And that's to get your legs used to race day where you hop off your bike and go on the run. I'm doing this completely backwards. Again, I don't suggest this. I'm only doing this because I have some time in the morning that I can get up very early and get my treadmill hike in, if you will. And then what I'll do is after I get home from work and running a business, then I'll get on my bike. So today's bike workout, I'll show you what that looks like. And if you see those little points on the top of the like comb looking thing, those are sprints. Mondays are actually my least favorite workouts. Trainer Road usually has you do something called VO2 max training. And it's basically get your heart rate, going way above zone 2. And the idea there is to kind of stretch your oxygen capacity by dialing up. They're not fun workouts at all. Um, they hurt most of the time, and I think I did okay since I had about 2 weeks off from this injury, and I'm just kinda getting back going here, so I think I did okay. I did have to stop once, because I just felt the angle was weird on my seat because I couldn't get into arrow and I couldn't lean forward. So that was probably what that was. So overall, it was a good day. I ended up drinking 2 big glasses of the carrot apple ginger juice. I had a bunch of tea today and I drank a bunch of water. And while I was on my bike, I was feeling a little wonky. So I did do some electrolytes and water, which helped out a lot. So that's it for today. I really want to kind of put some value on these things, and maybe I have to get better at starting off with the value part in case you don't want to watch the whole thing. But definitely, if these are helping you, let me know by giving it a like, subscribe, and if you have any comments, I'm getting some cool comments already. Post them below. Thank you for the encouragement. It makes me feel really good. But one thing I do want to talk about, which I should have started with this, for me, I've learned enough through my 10-year journey that consistency is the key. The consistency is so much more important. So, for example, doing those 2 miles every day on the treadmill for 30 days is much more beneficial than running 60 miles on a weekend. This idea of being consistent all the time and setting up routines, that's the only way I'm going to get to the finish line is with really solid work routines. Not always going to be fun, not always going to be easy, but it's got to be done. Another little thing I wanted to talk about is yesterday I said, I don't know if I'm going to make it to the finish line. We'll see what happens. I have to start working on changing that mentality because I have to convince myself that I am going to make it to the finish line. I just have to figure out how. So we'll see ya hopefully tomorrow for day 3 of this stuff. Bye-bye.